Liverpool are facing their biggest match of the season, and it's against Brentford on the road. And I know that Liverpool have just come off of smashing Frankfurt 5-1, and Frankfurt are certainly a bigger club than Brentford, no question about that. But this match is a Premier League match. It's on the road, and Liverpool are coming off of back-to-back Premier League losses. So the stakes couldn't be any higher for Arne Slot. And it's not even just the fact that Liverpool have to win this match because they can't continue to lose. And I know that a little bit of the pressure has come on off because they got that Champions League win and they were so dominant in that match. But this is Brentford. This match is not going to play out the same way. I don't expect Liverpool to be able to score 5 goals on Brentford. I think this is going to be a closer match, and Liverpool are certainly going to have their work cut out. But entering into this match, there was a lot of questions coming in about, is Salah the should he be starting this match, and is the best version of Liverpool with Salah on that team? Well, it might not even matter at this point because heading into this match, what we know is that Isak is dealing with a groin injury, so he might not even start. So the question for Arne Slot might already be answered, and he's just going to have to put Mo Salah in. But more importantly is the pressure and all eyes are on Salah, because we've been saying this for the last couple of games that we haven't quite seen the best version of Salah. And then here Salah is likely going to have a chance. He's probably going to start. Even if Isak is 100%, to me, this is a must-start match for Salah. If Salah's not injured and you've got back-to-back matches where you didn't start him in the Premier League, you didn't start him in the Champions League against Frankfurt, and then you go into Brentford and you don't start him, then there's definitely something wrong. So Arne Slot definitely has to start Salah in this match, regardless of whether Isak is fit or not. And what we want to see here is a reaction from Mo Salah. We want to see Salah getting back on track. Can he score goals again in the Premier League? Can he get an assist? Can he look like his old self? Because over the last couple of weeks, we haven't seen what we've seen from Salah has been plenty of missed chances, bottling it, and then we saw against Frankfurt, he could have gotten the assist to Florian Wirtz, and he takes a shot and he just completely bottles it. And then the fans they're tired of it. They want to see Salah back to his old self, and I certainly understand that at a club like Liverpool, there's definitely not a lot of patience. Fans expect players like Salah, who certainly has set the expectations and the standards so high, they expect to see him back on track scoring goals. So this is going to be a big match for Salah. And are we going to see him actually get back to his old self? Or are we going to be saying Salah is still struggling and he's not his old self? So definitely a lot to watch there. And Ekitike definitely has to start. I don't see how Slot could go into this match. And I know the whole, we got to rotate players and minutes. I get all that, but this is still another must-win match. It's the Premier League, and Arsenal are running on all cylinders. So Ekitike has to start, and he also has to produce. Look, Ekitike has been their best player. So when you have a match where it's a must-win, you're playing on the road, Ekitike has to play. He has to play, and he's probably going to produce well. And then we also have to see what happens with Florian Wirtz, because there was a lot of questions about Florian Wirtz and how he fits into this team. And then we saw him play in the Champions League earlier in the week, and he looked pretty good, got 2 assists, but that was against a Bundesliga team. We know that Florian Wirtz played in the Bundesliga, so he definitely felt a little bit more comfortable playing in Germany. What we want to see is can he build off of that, and can he deliver that same energy in the Premier League on the road against Brentford? So definitely a lot of questions there. But I did want to transition to some comments from Arne Slot in one of his press conferences recently, where he said the main difference between this season and last season is the playing styles we faced. I look at how many long balls we've already had to defend, 178 in 7 games, and in the United game, we had to defend 59 long balls. Slot has definitely been very vocal in his press conferences, and I don't think he's doing himself any favors here, just coming out and saying that we've been playing against a lot of teams that are playing long balls, playing more direct. What does that really mean when you make comments like that? To me, it kind of sounds like, well, everybody sort of figured us out, and they've kind of have adjusted, and they've been playing these long balls, and they've realized that because the ball's on the ground, we're not able to press them effectively, and we're not able to generate those chances based off of that. So to me, this is just Arne Slot needs to stop talking about how other teams are, how the other teams have been sort of figured them out and they're doing long balls, and then that's why they're struggling. What Arne Slot needs to come out is, look, he has to understand that the Premier League, the teams are going to adjust, and you're going to play a lot of teams that are going to play long ball and play direct. And Brentford's certainly going to do that. So to go out publicly and say that What's changed is that teams are playing more direct. This is kind of like a public announcement saying, hey, everyone, if you're going to play Liverpool, play long balls because that's what everyone's been doing. And then that's why Liverpool has been struggling. So to me, it just does not make sense to call out exactly what's been the issue. And he's got to figure this out. So Arne Slot, we have to see a reaction from the players. We know early in the week they had this emergency team meeting, and they certainly did build off of that, but it was against Frankfurt, and Frankfurt, we know, have had an up and down season. And now they're playing Brentford, and Brentford have also had a bit of an up and down season. But this Brentford team still beat United at home, and then they did lose to Man City at home, but that was still, a close match, and Liverpool are entering this match, and they definitely do have a little bit of confidence from that Frankfurt win. But is some of the doubt going to creep in from the fact that they have dropped some points in the Premier League, and then Arsenal are continuing to win matches, and that lead could continue to extend if Liverpool don't get a result here. So this is a must-win match for Liverpool. But let me know what you guys think. Is Liverpool going to win this match? Is Mo Salah going to get back on track? Push it out in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.